in this video, we're going to talk about the new 90-day intent rule and how it affects adjustment of status of people in the United States. So in September 2017, there's been a change to the Foreign Affairs Manual that affects the entry rules into the United States. What the change created a new rule that essentially states that people that come to the United States within the first 90 days are presumed to be immigrants if they do certain things. We're focusing right now on the intent of the person entering the United States to change their status. This is important for adjustment of status, specifically when you marry a U.S. citizen or you file an adjustment based on a family member. So what does this 90-day intent rule do? Initially, before this change, U.S. embassies and consulates were looking at a 30 to 60-day rule. Essentially, if somebody entered the United States on a non-dual intent visa, like a tourist visa or investor visa, and then changed their status within the first 30 or 60 days, the presumption is that they were intending to immigrate or change their status before they entered. The new 90-day rule, this new intent rule, what it does, it says, if you do any of those things, change your status, marry a U.S. citizen, file for an adjustment, within the first 3 months, the presumption is that you planned this all along and it could be considered fraud or misrepresentation. Therefore, what our advice is to our clients is that now, when you enter the U.S., in the first 3 months, do not marry a U.S. citizen, do not file for an adjustment of status, do not do any of these things, because if you do, when you come to the USCIS interview, there could be some issues there, specifically with your intent. Did you plan to do this all along? Did you actually commit misrepresentation? Now, while the USCIS has not implemented that rule yet into their regulations, they are going to be using this, and they're already using this when they're questioning people when they go to the interview. And therefore, our advice on this video, our suggestion, is to avoid doing any of those things. Change of status, marrying a U.S. citizen in the first 90 days of your entry to the United States. This is a very important period of time to establish the fact that you're not intending immigrants, that you're not violating your non-dual intent visa, like a tourist visa or investor visa, and your intention was always to be a visitor or whatever the visa that you have, that you enter the U.S. on, and not to change your status or adjust your status. And so be mindful of this new rule. Do not change your status in the first 90 days of entry. And if you do so, it will be much easier for you to proceed with any adjustment of status that you will do after those 90 days. Hopefully this information was useful. If you have any other questions about this 90-day rule, post them in the comments below. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.